What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new Legends Once Upon a Time cards added to College Football 25 Ultimate Team. Now, we're going to have to do things a little bit differently. Normally, I just go to the catalog, click on the card, talking about, each and every one of the newer cards. Today, I got to do it with the auction house because it's kind of glitched. The servers are kind of messed up, but it's okay. Like, I can still get this done, talking about who is worth it, who is not worth you guys picking up. Now, the first thing I can do is at least scroll through the catalog and talk about who specifically we did get in this drop. Now, today we probably saw the best card in the game with Braxton Miller. Obviously, when you talk about budget cards, you got to talk about these 85s. Brian Orakpo, I think is how you pronounce his name. Good power move there, good speed. Reggie Wayne for a budget option, not necessarily the worst with 85 speed. But again, we'll have to talk about their exact stats in the auction house because of the servers right now. They're just not in very good shape. Every time I click on a card, guys, I get kicked from the game. So you got a left end, I do believe. You got a wide receiver, Reggie Wayne. You got the best quarterback in the game in Braxton Miller. That's really what you are looking at today. Now, at the time I am recording this, I don't see any of these 84, 85 cards up right now. And I don't know, there should be some of these budget guys up. But I feel like if they pull them, they're not necessarily, people aren't posting them right away, which, I mean, they should be, but they're just not. But let's start, let's say, with the 87 Reggie Wayne. Because this card today will go way down in price. He won't be super expensive. 6 feet tall, 87 speed, jump, catch. Really solid overall card. Decent spin, decent juke. No issues with Reggie Wayne. Indianapolis Colts GOAT here, Reggie Wayne. But obviously, as you work his way up, going to get better and better. You guys can see Amari Cooper, 86 overall, is getting really, really, really cheap. And for that value, I do not mind the card whatsoever. Now, if we get to the 88, 89 overall tier, you're going to see some better options for both of these cards. Left end, Brian Orakpo. Here, 88 overall, 86 speed, great acceleration, good block shed, good power move. This is a beast of a left end. And honestly, you do not even need the 90 overall Orakpo for this card to get the job done. Reminds me a lot of Julius Peppers. He is going to be a left end to pick up. Whether you pick up the best version of him, the 88 version of him, that is totally up to you. But what I will say is this, you better be running some sort of Brian Orakpo. That card is an absolute beast. Now, when you look at Reggie Wayne at this overall, 88 overall, he's going to be really, really solid as well. 88 speed, jump, catch, great route runner as well. And this card shouldn't be that expensive either. 88 overall Reggie Wayne, again, isn't going to be that expensive and is an absolute beast of a card. Then when you get to the meat and potatoes, the 90-91s, obviously Orakpo is the best defensive lineman outside of the gauntlet reward in the entire game. You're looking at 87 speed, 88 acceleration, great strength tackling, great block shed, good power move, 6'4". This card does no wrong on the field. Now, can't really drop too good in coverage, but getting after the quarterback, a beast. Playing in the run, a beast. This card is that man in College Football 25 Ultimate Team. So, depending what price he settles for, I would wait a while to buy the card, but he should go down in price and definitely is a card that I would look to pick up today if I were you guys. Reggie Wayne, I feel like the wide receiver position at this stage is stacked. He's got 90 speed, jump, catch, great route running, just no real flaws in Reggie Wayne, outside of the fact that the wide receiver position right now is stacked. So for me, how I prioritize cards for my specific squad is Reggie Wayne is good, but I just don't need that specific position. So I don't think Reggie Wayne's price will stay that high. And again, look at my wide receivers. I don't need Reggie Wayne. Now, when you look at my defensive line, I could definitely use Orakpo. And so that's where I'm personally at with my squad right now is, yeah, Orakpo is definitely coming home, even if it is the 88 overall Orakpo. And same thing for like Braxton Miller, guys. Braxton Miller is going to be the best quarterback in the game for quite some time. And I know people are going to want to disagree with me and say, well, Ty, still don't spend a ridiculous amount. I'm not telling you guys to go out and spend an arm and a leg for Braxton Miller. I'm not. But what I am going to tell you is there is going to be no better quarterback in the entire game for quite some time. Like, I'm genuinely, I'm committed to that fact because it is a fact. Braxton Miller is going to be that man. There's going to be no quarterback that's even going to be able to compare to what the card does give you. Now, as far as the rest of these cards and their prices, like a CJ Spiller, like a Ricky Williams, we'll talk about kind of the market and how it's going to react to today's drop. But yeah, as far as the budget options of these two specific cards in Wayne and Orakpo, guys, even the 86s are going to be able to play. Like 86 Reggie Wayne isn't that bad. Even 87 Orakpo. Again, I would just spend up for the 88, but he is A-okay if you do find him for cheaper. Let's say you get a BND version of that card. He absolutely can play at an insanely high level. So that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm noticing with the new cards today, guys. Big fan of Orakpo. I think, you know, if you're talking about worth it for his price, he's going to be the most worth it of the cards today. As far as some of the other cards, guys, we're just going to have to kind of wait and see on their prices. Who ends up selling for maybe too high? Who ends up being a decent value option? Again, we'll just kind of, time will tell with those couple of things. But I do feel like, you know, my main goal today is to get Braxton Miller. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how much I'm going to have to spend. But I'm telling you right now, guys, Braxton Miller is that man in this game. And if I can find him for a decent enough price, I'm not going to hesitate with this situation. As far as, you know, these cards, how many of them are being pulled, I feel like they're not being pulled that much. Because look at these cards, guys. There's not that many of them up. There's 0 Braxton Millers up at the time that I'm recording this. Very limited amount of Orakpos up. Reggie Wayne, there were a lot in one, you know, specific spot. But other than that, there's not a lot of him up either. So, again, I just don't know how many packs are being opened up. I feel like for Braxton Miller, guys, like he's a big-time name. I feel like people would be opening these packs, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm really looking at right now, but I really thought the Legends cards would go way down in price. Even a guy like Ed Reed, all of these types of cards. But it just seems like there's not that many cards being pulled right now. And maybe it's still early on. Obviously, I'm recording this 15 minutes after packs. Some people might just open packs and then wait to put people up. I don't really know. But what I am going to say is this. Hopefully today, I can get a Orakpo for not super expensive. Hopefully today, Braxton Miller for not 2 million coins. And hopefully today, guys, I can give you guys a gameplay of Braxton Miller and go absolutely crazy. So that's my goal. That's my order of operations today. I'm praying Braxton Miller goes way down in price. I want to pick up CJ Spiller as well for my specific squad. But we got to be patient because right now, these prices are absolutely insanely high. And if, again, I can get Braxton Miller, it'll be expensive, but for a decent price, I'll be willing to pull the trigger. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. If you learned one thing today, Orakpo, even if it is like the 88 overall, is the guy that I would target for you guys today. I think he's an absolute stud of a player that can help you guys out at a really high level. Don't overpay for like the 88 overall. But if you can get him for a decent value, that is the guy that I personally would target if I were you guys. Obviously, if you want to spend up, I really do like the 90 overall Orakpo as well. And for me, again, Braxton Miller, CJ Spiller are two guys that I'm looking at as well. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on the new cards down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.